Good afternoon. My name is Buffy. I'm a women's lifestyle creator on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Today we'll be talking about when grief changes you, missing the person you used to be. And if you followed me for any number of time, you know that in May I actually lost someone who was extremely important to me, and I've been struggling with grief. And so I want to tell you that that concept is very real. Missing who you were before the grief. Missing who you were before you lost the person that meant a lot to you. Grief can make you feel unlike yourself, almost like a zombie, almost like you're living in an out-of-body experience, because there is a lot of heaviness, there is a lot of fatigue. If you are a person that suffers from somatic symptoms, I've been having chest pains, and no, I'm not having a heart attack. It's something called broken heart syndrome, essentially, and just feeling exhausted instead of broken, right? Because we're not broken. We are struggling. There's a difference. And I think the thing that makes it most difficult is knowing that this is a permanent situation, meaning you've lost someone permanently. And some people lean on their faith and realize that they're going to see that person again. But it's still extremely difficult, especially for me, as I have a very small family, not including the own family that I've created myself with my husband, but it can be extremely difficult to deal with that. And there is a lot of pressure to bounce back. Haven't you been grieving long enough? And I had a friend say to me yesterday, in fact, that you have to give yourself permission to grieve. I had someone else tell me that they wondered when I would be back. I am generally a person who is very happy-go-lucky, cheerful, enthusiastic, excited about a lot of things. And for the last month, let's see what today's date is. Yes, my grandfather has been gone for a month yesterday. I have kind of been not really myself. Just kind of struggling and dealing with things like that, which has been extremely difficult for me. And I hope that I can come back and bounce back, which I think I will eventually. But things like that take time, right? Working through things, allowing yourself to grieve. I think that is a really positive, good tip to actually hold on to. And thank you, Jen, for suggesting that. I appreciate it. Ultimately, we don't have to have everything figured out. We don't have to have our whole life planned. We just need to take the next step. And the next step, only you know what that is. If you're a person grieving, I just want to say I'm sorry for your loss. I know it can be extremely devastating. I know it can be extremely exhausting. One minute you feel okay, the next minute you know you're breaking down. I continue to break down. It's only been a month. And I don't think there's really any timeline, time frame. And grief is rarely linear. And so ultimately, small moments of hope, such as a friend reaching out, an unexpected opportunity, which I had today. I'm hoping to be able to do something with a brand that I've worked with before, so that would be fantastic. Can coexist with deep sadness, right? So we just have to ultimately, the only way out is through, unfortunately. And so ultimately, grief has taught me that it can be extremely heavy. Grief has taught me that not everyone will understand. People will not understand why you're still grieving and why you just can't get over it. Some people will say that you've changed. Maybe in some ways you have. Hopefully you will be able to revert back to yourself if that's what you're looking for. My hope is that if you're dealing with grief, that this gave you a little bit of hope. It gave you the idea that you're not alone, that there are other people suffering with grief similar to you, and that you're not crazy, that you're not being dramatic, that everyone feels things differently. And you have each and every right to feel the grief that is essentially weighing you down. And there's no shame in that. Unfortunately, grief is the cost of loving someone, and someone that was loved deeply, and someone that you miss. There's no shame in that. Grief is love with nowhere to go at this point. But I have hope that one day I will see my loved ones again. And what a beautiful, glorious reunion that will be. So I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in to Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress. My name is Buffy. I have 2 podcasts. One is Recovering Perfectionist Mama, which is this one, which is a psychology channel. And the second one is a true crime channel, Grace and Gavel, where truth meets compassion, as I'm an almost 18-year criminal defense attorney. And I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. If you got value from this, please feel free to like and subscribe. We have a lot of deep dives that we do, and we have a fantastic, empathetic, compassionate community. Everyone is welcome to join. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Come back and see me again soon. Bye-bye.